as soon as it started making any, you should have just let it go.
That's no fun, Dad. So, I'm changing a map sensor. Took Dad's map sensor off of his car. I cannot change it in the car. So, I can't change it while it's on the intake or while everything's hooked up. So, yay for me. Went and took a lunch break, let this thing cool down. Went and got Taco Bell. So, I'll be paying for that later. And then came back so I can take this intake tube off and take the intake off real quick. I was trying to avoid that. I really didn't want to do that, but then I'm going to change that map sensor and change these coils out also, and then go from there. So let's get into it. Come on. Ooh. I'm just going to do them both at the same time.
Okay.
And then after that, take the motor out and sell it. And put a small block Chevy or a small block Olds in it. And I'm filming right now. Y'all think I'm playing when I say that shit.
We know where there's an Olds motor right now that would make that thing be faster than that motor.
How many setups have I been through with Pat ever, Dad?
Probably 10 or 11.
And why did I change those setups?
To go faster every time.
Well, to go faster and or have problems with it, right?
Yeah.
I've changed full setups for less bullshit than what I'm doing right now, right? Would you? Would, I know, but would you agree with what I just said? so yeah, I really don't know. So yeah. Okay. Well, let's talk about you later. Alright. Let me do. Alright, so map sensor changed. I'm going to take these coils off. So I told myself I was going to do one thing at a time, but I'm kind of an idiot. So I'm going to take these coils off and change those out. I have a whole nother set. I got to take this whole wiring and harness off, but change those out and see what else it could be. I don't know. I honestly don't know. So I'll be getting to taking those off. So it's a new day. Man, this thing just wore me out yesterday. Went to pull it out after changing the map sensor and the coils, and the throttle hung on me, and I don't know why. So I'm gonna start trying to figure out why the throttle hung. It's hanging at like 20% throttle and just won't go back down. So this happened once before on Pat. It was the throttle cable, but I don't know why the throttle cable would just all of a sudden go bad. So I'm gonna take the intake tube back off, see if I can see what's holding it up, or if it is the intake tube, and then I guess go from there. I don't know. This car right now is mentally breaking me down every single time I work on it, and I don't know how to fix it, and it's just going bad. It's just bad times. Yeah, it's all solid. Pretty solid. Oh, hello. That's what it is. I remember now. I put a rag right here. So you're just saying that it's just all my fault?
Pretty much.
Okay, so I'm an idiot. I remember exactly what happened, but I forgot to take it out, I guess. So yesterday, this had silicone all over it. I put this rag in there because I was wire brushing it, and then blew everything off. I guess I forgot this rag. So luckily, it stopped and got hung up in the throttle body.
Yeah.
And because it was running.
It's probably just flapping in the
It was running.
It was waving at your intake valve.
Well, I started it and it was like revving weird and like dropping down. I was like, man, what the fuck is happening? And I backed it up, revved it up, and that's when the throttle hung. So luckily it was a big enough rag that it stuck all the way through my throttle body.
If it stayed on the floor or something, it would have sucked it all the way.
Yeah, luckily it was a big enough rag that stuck in the throttle body and didn't go any further than that. So, okay, I'm going to put the intake tube back on then, and
yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and pull this. Since I drilled that out, I'm going to pull it and make it for a nitrous jet, I think.
So you had a nitrous jet.
I had a nitrous jet, and I was thinking, well, I could cut this off flat.
The top of the nitrous jet?
Well, no, I was going to cut that off flat because the jet fit in here fine.
You were going to cut these threads off
I was going to cut the top of that fitting flat and then just slide so we could change nitrous jets.
Okay.
Then I got thinking, well, I mean, why can't I just cut the bottom out of a nitrous jet with a small hole and just slide it down in the hole? So that's what I did. So I made it a 73. I mean, it was a 73 jet. So then I don't have to alter nothing. I can just screw that back on and it's restricted.
Innovation.
I mean, I don't know if it'll work.
This is at the point that I was yesterday, and this is what I do now. So that way. Right. So.
Throttle's not hanging properly down.
No.
You didn't take that rack back out, right? You sure?
I think so. We'll know. Okay. We're gonna go drive it, I guess. If this doesn't work, I don't really know where to go from there.
Really? We ain't got to get on it to see if it's going to work.
No, we can drive right down the road. So let's go drive it. Test drive of this video because after this I don't know what's going on, you know.
Well, we replaced every single piece.
The only
Even
thing
down to the now you haven't put your plug wires on yet, but again I feel like that would be not an. It could be intermittent though.
Yeah. The only thing I never really replaced on this thing, or haven't replaced on it, is the wiring harness.
I mean, it's a brand new wiring harness though.
I know,
technically.
I know, but
So really, right now we're at map sensor and coils.
replace the map sensor and coil. Yeah.
So far, so good. But
I don't know about so far so good, but it was dipping to 17 AFR.
which even,
now.
I mean, the thing is, even Dad's does that some, you know, just drive it. I mean, I'm just saying by this point the other morning it was already acting up on me, so.
I mean, by this point yesterday, it was already fucked up, you know.
But I don't trust it. I ain't got no faith in it, so.
So we almost have to get on it to see what.
Oh, yeah, we'll have to once it's. Well, you got. But I'm not sure there was nothing wrong with your fuel pump either, though.
I don't know, probably not. Because, I mean, I thought the fuel pump was going to fix it, you know, after everybody was talking to me about it.
Everybody was like, I mean, I had guys messaging me yesterday, did y'all check the fuel filters? I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's clear as a bell. We run Renegade racing fuel.
Yeah, I thought that fuel pump was gonna be the issue, especially when I was draining it and it was just barely shooting out, you know. I was like, oh, we got it. And then as soon as we left the shop yesterday with this fuel pump, it immediately started doing it. I was like, fuck. This thing is really testing my patience. Like I told you yesterday, I've switched whole combos for less than this, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, how long have I been messing with this thing? Trying to fix
Since
it.
we did it, we've had the motor out. we've
Since I put the motor back in.
had the heads off of it, motor out, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
We still got enough nitro stuff around. We can do
Yeah.
something different. So, I mean, you figure the old 455 that I sold ran 590s, and I could drive that motor anywhere, and it never gave me no trouble.
Yeah. I made 9 pounds.
Still smell a little oil.
Yeah, still smell a little. Maybe it's just leftover oil.
And it could be doubtful, but it could be.
I guarantee on the back GoPro it shot out a bunch of white smoke. There it is.
Well, we know what we're going to check next, so.
God damn it. It was driving so good. What if it is getting oil on the O2 sensor and throwing it off?
It could be all of it. What can we do now? I mean, how can we change that, though?
I don't know.
Because I literally put a.
I mean, when we put this 5.3 in, we put this 85 in. The 85 millimeter on this shot oil out the whole time.
Now, with the 90 something millimeter, I don't remember it wasn't doing all this stuff.
No. It was not.
Man, our O2 sensor's on top. We've got a spacer thing on it.
I know. But you gotta think if it's shooting oil out, it's probably spreading out, you know, but I don't know if that can affect what's going on, you know. Why did it last time driveway, it almost died.
I don't know.
What a fucking piece. The sad thing is it runs fine.
The motor rips. I mean, most people would be ecstatic about it, but
I just can't deal with it dying on me, you know. Which it drove fine all the way until that point.
it's driving fine
It's
right
driving
now.
fine right now. Where's that old motor at that you found?
I don't know. I can look it up again and see if it's still got it. Well, we got another turbo just sitting there doing nothing right now. The black rod.
Max speeding rod one?
Yeah. Sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah.
Literally bolt right in place of this thing probably. I don't know about.
And this T6?
Yep. I mean, I don't know about.
Don't be giving me no ideas.
I don't know about the hookup, but I think it's even a Marvin V-band.
It's showing up as a Marvin V-band.
And it's about the same size housing, so
Huh, I totally forgot I had that, if we're being honest.
it's just sitting there doing nothing. So
Don't be telling me that shit. Because it is just sitting there doing nothing.
because we can definitely try that, you know.
Yeah. It really spoiled with the 75. I don't know about the back out loop, you know. That back out is big.
Yeah,
But that front, the 75 millimeter,
it'd be right now.
it really spoiled.
Man, it's running fine now.
Yeah, driving great now.
And that's the thing. I'm just saying before you didn't have to get on it and it wasn't running right.
Yeah.
And this map sensor may be calibrating all your shit again too.
Yeah.
I mean,
What's this for? Something on the front window. Oh, I didn't see it. Yeah.
and it could have been all old oil from
I mean,
before.
like that time, it didn't smell like oil.
No,
And it's running fine.
I say we just.
I don't know. Say what? Wish we had the laptop. I turned it up a little bit from I think 9 pounds, but I don't know if we need to.
Probably not with that fuel pump.
The good thing is it makes 11 pounds on the brake though.
How is that possible?
Because I have it commanded for 12 pounds on the brake.
Oh, okay. I'm learning right now, or
Like for fuel and everything?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Say it may just get better and better the more we drive it. I don't know. This is the longest we've driven it and it hasn't tried to die though, in my mind. What'd you see?
It just shot out a Dillon White smell.
Did it?
Huh. Maybe I'm going crazy. I don't know. But since we turned around, it hasn't done anything dumb.
Oh, we've already got on it once too.
Yeah. Weird. I don't know. Very much confusion.
I think it was that map sensor, but
I don't know. If it was, though, why would it do it that first time after we got on it, you
I
know?
think it may have just still, I don't know, I was gonna say maybe it still had
Oil.
a crazy tune in it from the old map sensor, or like I say, the more, if you got it learning, the more we drive it, it probably just kind of straighten itself up.
I don't know. I'm about to have to steal a battery from one of these other GoPros.
Is this one
This
bad
battery's
out?
almost dead. It's a brand new battery.
Yeah, Pat on this tune-up at that,
No trailer race.
at that race,
Oh, Muskogee.
Muskogee would have been a stone cold killer on this tune-up.
Yeah. paint on top of the button. Look, 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 look. Something on fire?
Yeah.
Sure.
Pretty sure. Wonder what that is.
I don't either.
Guess we got pull on this street here. Pouring smoke out the exhaust.
What the fuck?
I don't know. Like I say, it could have been that all along. I guess.
I mean, it did start doing it till we put this motor in it and changed the turbo. This thing is fucking frustrating, you know what? Alright, so we were just gonna keep driving it, but every stop sign we come up to, it's just pouring out white smoke.
And I put a
And you put a restrictor in that turbo. So I had one guy comment, every time you make a pass, it's shooting out oil or white smoke in my exhaust. Maybe that oil is getting on your O2 sensor and throwing it off.
right.
And maybe the seals on this turbo are bad or
It's a
something.
brand
you know?
new turbo.
I
It
know.
really should not be.
I know, but maybe they're bad. I don't think it should be doing that either, you know, but I don't know.
Oh, now it's about to find that 75 on
Yeah,
there.
I literally have a 75 millimeter just sitting at the floor.
At least if we took this one off and put that one on and drove it around, at least we would know, you know, if it's the motor or the... Because
Yeah.
it could be a
Could be the
seal
motor.
or something. Oh. There we go. Too much. Too much cowbell.
Yeah. Need less cowbell in it next
Yeah,
time.
as soon as it started making any, you should have just let it go.
That's no fun, Dad.
You probably would have went though. Because I was like, yeah, we're getting ready to go nowhere. It did come up on the brake good though.
11. So
I don't know.
now if everything else would just work
Hey,
together.
if it smokes but it still runs good, who gives a shit? Is what I'm saying.
I don't know.
Racing anyway.
I could literally just be making passes right now on this
Yeah.
thing, you know. I just need to carry a quart of oil with me.
Maybe 2 quarts.
Maybe 2 quarts of oil.
I named that fuel truck I've been driving Smokey Joe, but maybe Pat should be Smokey Joe. So.
Yeah. Pat smokes at least three packs of cigarettes every time I drive it.
Pat is smoking right now. Pat's vaping, I think. Hey, the good news is it's running great.
running fine right now.
So I'm still going with the map sensor on the way it was running.
Are you?
So.
If this thing was made any amount of boost on that at that no trailer deal, that's exactly what it would have done probably.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because I had it set to go to 20 pounds.
Yeah, you need to, like on that race, you would have probably only needed to leave on 5 and ramp it slowly to 20 out the back. Same thing that happened to us in Muskogee with Cabron. The exact same thing happened.
Yeah.
Made no boost and it made a
Went
flip.
right down the road. And then we made boost and
And you smoked the tires, yeah. Spinning ain't winning. Hey, but the car's running good.
Yeah. All right, so got back from our test drive. Me and Dad are staring at that turbo right there, which is a FIS 85 millimeter.
Yeah.
And then we're staring at this turbo, which is a max speeding rod 75 millimeter turbo, and they look exactly the same.
Pretty sure the exhaust housing is exactly the same.
I measured it. I gave it the old eyeball look. They're both about 11 inches from V-band to the front. So, I don't know. We're contemplating changing this turbo out and putting that one on and see if it's still oil
It
smoking.
wouldn't cost nothing but some silicone.
Because other than that first time we got on it on that last drive, it didn't,
It straightened
it
right
didn't
up
do
and drove
anything.
fine, except it's smoking.
Except for smoking out the exhaust. Every time we stopped or anything, it just white smoke out the exhaust. So, I don't know. We're thinking about changing that turbo out. But I don't know if that'll be today.
Probably not today, because again, it's running fine.
It's running
We could
fine.
go race it right now.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I would take this right now and go race anybody with
Yeah.
it. The only drawback right now is that it has that Holley fuel pump on it.
Oh right, we couldn't. Get
I could race somebody on 10 pounds, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Or 9 pounds, whatever it's making right now.
She's just mediocre right now. Pat's an 11-second ride right now.
I don't know. On 10 pounds, you think it's an 11-second
Well,
ride?
maybe 10s. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. Pat's used to being on 20 plus, you know.
Yeah.
So it's real
Well,
weird
at
being
least we
on
fixed
10.
the surgeon. It's not surgeon. I
Well-
still am convinced it's the map sensor.
Sure. Yeah, we think we fixed the surgeon.
It never surged.
It didn't
again.
surge
It
besides
did it
that one time.
after we got on.
So I don't know. Maybe it was just oil getting on that O2 sensor the whole time. Pat got a lot of new shit. If that's the only case, if that's what was messing with it, you know it.
Mm-hmm.
I owe you $300 in dome pressure and map sensors.
Yeah.
I broke your fuel pump. We changed the cam sensor. We changed the crank sensor. We changed the TPS. We changed the idle air control. I changed. I got my fuel injectors cleaned. I changed those two sensors before. Changed coils. We changed plugs. We changed. I mean, what? I changed fuel pumps.
Yeah.
I changed fuel filters.
There's nothing. I mean,
There's nothing else that it could really be besides
maybe oil getting on the O2.
maybe oil getting on the O2,
But it's not
or
acting up right now. It's just smoking right now.
or the thrust bearing maybe, but it wasn't doing anything.
No.
You know,
No, that's last case scenario.
that's worst case scenario.
Yeah.
That's usually the case scenario that I have. So
Yeah.
I don't know. So me and Dad might change this turbo out tomorrow or something, and put that 75 millimeter on, and go drive it. I don't know.
I mean, I'd just like to see it not smoking.
Yeah.
Because if that was the case, then I got a guy that could fix this turbo if there's a problem with it. Or
Yeah.
we can just, for the money you've got in it, we could just sell it and buy another one.
Yeah, I could buy an 88 or something.
Yeah, because I'd like to see it at least an 88.
What did I have on it?
A 90.
With the 6.0, an 80.
Well, yeah, we just had an 80.
We had an 80 right after I
And
took
this
that
is
98
85.
on it. Yeah.
So,
Maybe I sell this one and buy an 88 VS.
yeah.
You know. I don't know.
I'd like to get one of them turbos that just take the grease, and then it ain't no smoking for sure coming out of the
Yeah, I don't know if I can afford that.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen me grease anything on Pat?
No, but
Have you?
I'd make you grease it if you bought one.
I'd just tell you I did.
Yeah, probably.
But
Probably so.
all right, I think it's fixed. That's a big question mark on it. So I don't know. We might be changing that turbo out tomorrow and going and driving it again.
Well, and who knows? The oil, though, maybe it was putting out a lot before I put that deal in, and maybe it's just still trying to clear it
circulating.
all. I mean, it may take a while.
I mean, it's oil through all this, you know. So
If you think about it, it's through everything. So
Yeah, I don't know.
So maybe we just keep driving it till it straightens up.
It was just a lot of oil burning.
It was.
It was a lot of white smoke to just be burning off stuff, I think, you
Yeah.
know. But if it stayed oiled, you know, before that restrictor, if it just kept shooting oil through it, then maybe it's just coated in so much oil that it couldn't burn it off. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But, alright. I think that'll be it for today's video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and we'll holler at you later.